Hello, and welcome to another episode of our Speakeasy podcast. That is...
Ken, what's up, guys?
I am John. What is happening?
What is happening? We've got one of my favorites right here today. And we're going to talk about it. And I want to talk a lot on this. And I might we might do a couple comparisons in here. But first and foremost, we wanted to give a shout out to ISAcaps.com. United States hats. We have new hats, guys.
Huge news. You can order our hats on their website.
ISAcaps.com.
Follow them on Instagram as well.
Yes, follow these guys. Awesome people. Victor over there, the man. And, I mean, I'm telling you, he's out of Staten Island, and I got this hat. Like, I ordered it, and it was, like, here in, like, a couple days. It was great.
Dude, the hat is soft. It fits beautifully on my head.
Yes.
I love a good trucker hat. It's going to come in 4 different colors. So Ken is wearing the dark olive and coffee. Dark olive in the front, coffee in the back, right? So almost like a dark green and a brown. I am wearing the burnt red and charcoal. I love this color.
Yeah, it's cool. It's different.
It's really
I never
cool.
thought I would get a red hat. And, like, it's just not one of those colors you think of.
And it's, like, tinted. It's, like, rugged. It's, like, man.
Right. Like, this feels like it's broken in already for me.
Yes.
An interesting thing about Hawthorne hats, and I'm just going to read a little bit quick thing on these Hawthorne.
That's the type of hat.
Yes.
It's a Hawthorne type hat.
Exactly. Named for the oldest operating vertical lift bridge in the United States, the 5-panel cap is built to stand up to whatever life throws at you, featuring original Martexin wax water repellent treatment. The 112WH is made to withstand the elements and hard days' work. It is rugged, people. Double row stitch ensures exceptional strength, and anti-corrosion metal eyelets deliver optimal airflow. So if you're feeling hot back here, that air, you're getting it's like ventilation right there. It's great.
And I sweat through my hats, and this is supposed to hold up very nicely.
Yeah, this is pretty cool. We've done different hats in our time, and a lot of them are made by the Richardson company. And as far as the hat itself, this one obviously was patched and everything by United States, ISAcaps.com. But we are super stoked to have these available to be purchased online. We have had so many requests. People, I hope you're ordering them because we've been getting requests like crazy for these things.
And one more time, they come in dark olive and coffee.
Yeah.
They come in burnt red and charcoal. You can get a rhino, which is a dark gray with a light gray back. And they also come in buck, which is like a dark brown, think of like a deer skin with a khaki back.
Yes.
They're awesome.
I mean, there might be more colors in the future, people.
Yeah.
We're starting with this right now. Let's see how it rolls, see how everything goes with it.
It helps us out. It helps our new friend out.
Yeah.
It helps out. It's a mom and pop shop.
Yeah.
Guys, please, if you would love a hat, we would love for you to have one.
Yeah.
Let us know if you ordered and which color you got. So please, again, go to
ISAcaps.com, and you will see once you hit shop hats, you will see ours pop up, or you should see it about in the beginning, somewhere around there. But it's awesome. Victor over there, awesome dude.
Thank you, Victor.
Yes, and it just happened by chance. We just kind of started chatting it up, and here we are, and we're happy to give him a shout out. And this works for everyone, people. So
order them up, guys. We appreciate it.
Reasonably priced too at that too as well.
Very.
And not too far from us out of Staten Island. He's a good dude, man.
Mention
happy to
you
have
follow
these.
us. Mention Ken and John from the
Yeah.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Buy them up, people, while they last.
So what do we got today? What are we doing? I see my boy EC in the house.
So a lot of times people ask me like, "Oh, Ken, what's your go-to? What's one that you like to drink often?"
Oh, that's a huge question, right? In the bourbon world.
Yeah.
As soon as you meet people, like, I like
stumped.
bourbon too. What's your go-to?
I know, and you get sometimes you're like, "Oh my God, I like so many. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do. I don't know what's going on here." I mean, a lot of times I'll say something like Four Roses, but this is good, bro. This is OG, man. This is OG right here, Elijah Craig. This one in particular just came out. This is the 3rd installment for this year, 3rd and final installment.
So every year they do what? An A, B, and C?
A, B, and C. So you have your 3 groupings. You have your one that comes out in the beginning of the year, one that comes out in the middle, one comes out towards the end. Typically September, October, I guess would be.
I think one's a January, one's like a May, June,
Yeah,
and then
May,
a
'cause-
September, October. Right?
And then we're going to get to that too in a second. We've talked about it on our show, but just so people, if you're curious, how do you know which one it is, et cetera, et cetera? Look at that batch number. C, this means it's a third one for the year. 9, that is your month for the year, which is September. 24 is your year, 2024. So that's how you can figure that out. Elijah Craig recently started changing their age. It used to be always, I think, 12 year. Every bottle for barrel proof was always 12 year. They always have a consistent blend on these bourbons, and they do that so that everyone is relatively getting that same taste, flavor profile, et cetera, et cetera. So it is always, they're always going to do, and it's like with Scotch, they're always going to put the age of the youngest bourbon on the bottle. They can't advertise something and say have a 5-year bourbon mixed in there and say it's a 12-year because they added a 12-year. It's always going to be your youngest bourbon. In this case, it's an 11-year, 0 months. So exactly 11 years. This one in particular is coming in 129 proof. So we had some big dogs in the past. We've had our C923. That was huge. It was a big one. That was older. It was a 13-year, 9 months or 7 months, something along that lines. We'll tell you in a couple because we may bring that out in a second too as well. So there is some little variations here and there, but that's what makes it fun. That's why when you're buying Elijah Craig barrel proof, you're not like, oh, it's always the same bourbon. If it's the same batch, then yes, it's going to taste the same. But if it's a C, a B, or an A, there's going to be some slight variations. Today we're visiting our C, and I don't know, John, what do you think? Should we break out the other C's or what? We have a couple other C's.
Sí, señor.
Muy
Sí.
bien.
Sí, señor.
All right.
But let's try this first.
Let's try
because
it.
we've done the C923.
I'm picking out the Heaven Hill glass. I got it.
Well, that's one thing we didn't say is this comes from the Heaven Hill Distillery.
Yes,
So,
which John and I have been to.
We've been to, and we bought the C923 from there.
When we were out there, the
we were out
C923 was out. They were cool enough to say that they had a couple stored off for us because we were special and off to the side, and we took them. Yeah, that was fun, man. That was fun.
That was.
And yeah, so John, which glass are you picking out?
I'm gonna go with the George T. Stag today.
Oh my
just because I
God.
saw a deer when I was driving here. It
Oh,
reminded me
okay,
of the
well,
stag deer.
that makes sense. We're gonna do a small little pour because we're doing a couple on this guy. So we're just gonna do a couple little here and there and all that fun stuff. I did open this bottle recently. I told John the other day, I said, John, I'm opening this ahead of time. I want it to breathe a little. I want to have it a little. Sometimes when you're having these fresh pours, it's not always as accurate. So I kind of wanted to let it breathe a little bit more before having it for the podcast. So I did try it already. I had some notes. So I kind of got ahead of myself, but let's see if they're still
okay.
consistent.
Yeah, let's go.
You know, John.
Nose.
I don't know about you. I got a lot of butterscotch on this nose. I
agree.
You know, but there was something else that was interesting. There was something else that I felt I was getting that I was like, ooh, this is unique. This is not something I've gotten from a lot of Elijah Craigs, but it's something I got on this particular Elijah Craig. But I got the butterscotch, but there's something else there. I mean, are you getting anything in particular that you're thinking?
I am. So I'm myself. I'm smelling the barrel. I'm smelling that charred oak.
Okay.
And I'm getting a little dark fruit.
Okay.
Go ahead on that. What would you consider?
So dark. I'm getting more like a dark dried fruit. I'm getting kind of like that raisin. I'm kind of getting that, but even more, I'm doing a little bit premature raisin. I'm getting grape on there myself. Ooh. I'm getting kind of like that grape juice kind of.
I could see that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm getting
good call.
Yes, but I am also getting that matured grape.
I am. I'm getting that raisin.
I'm getting that raisin.
You get it all.
Too,
You're getting balsamic vinegar on it.
No,
going all the way to
not that old, but it's not
that's
wine
olives.
yet.
That's olives.
Yeah, there's not wine yet here. Yeah, but it's there. It's there.
I taste. I not taste. I smell cinnamon.
Okay.
Get some smells spicy.
I'm getting some spice. Yeah.
And what was the proof on this? I'm sorry.
This one was 129 proof.
129.
Sorry if I didn't say it. Maybe I
You
did.
might have.
Yeah, I'm not sure. But yeah, 129, which is high. That's high, you know.
high.
But I'm not getting that super alcohol-y, ethanol-y
It doesn't
smell.
smell boozy.
No.
It
No.
smells sweet. I mean, it smells. It smells nice.
Yeah, this is good. I like it.
Are we gonna try it?
Ghost. Yeah, let's try this. No, we're only here to smell this today, guys. But cheers, John. I'm getting heat on that. I'm getting some heat on that.
I am. That is a bold taste right there.
Yeah, I like it though. I'm getting a nice Kentucky hug on this baby.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I feel it right here, people. I feel it right here. This is good.
I'm tasting the raisin. I'm tasting the charred oak.
Yeah.
You know, we always. It's funny because we always go back and forth and say everything's caramel and vanilla, caramel.
Yeah.
And bourbon is really supposed to taste like caramel and vanilla
Yeah,
because
it's
the burnt charred wood.
It's a common note. Like
It's a common note.
Yeah.
So it's not a bad thing to say, but I'm tasting more the caramel than the smell.
Okay.
I
said butterscotch.
exactly.
Yeah.
And I agreed. I smell butterscotch, but I don't taste the butterscotch as much as I taste the caramel vanilla flavor. Maybe that's the real char.
Oh, it's vanilla. Yeah.
right. That's maybe the char in the barrel, but
There's another off note I'm getting in there myself. And I'm just gonna throw it out there, but like a sweet peanut butter or something, you know, just
okay.
something.
Yeah, it's more nutty. It's very
a
nutty.
little nutty to it. It's got that on the palate.
I got you.
It's and I'm gonna say like a vanilla. I don't want to say honey peanut butter. They have that out there, honey peanut
Like a
butter.
honey roasted
Yeah,
peanut
yeah,
butter?
no, yeah. But no. I think it's more like vanilla is more forward on this one as far as the taste. It's viscous, man. I think I think it's pretty viscous. It's got a nice color to it.
I mean, the finish for me though, it's almost like a black pepper though. There's a spice in there, man.
Yeah,
It is heating up right here.
yeah. I get that black pepper. I get kind of that spice on that finish. I think you hit the nail on the head with that one, man. I think it's black pepper on that finish right there. Yeah, it's good. It's good stuff.
I enjoy it.
Yeah.
I mean, do you want to compare it to the C923?
Yeah, let's do it real quick, man.
All
We'll
right.
throw it out there.
You got it ready?
Yeah, let's see.
And I believe
know
the
what?
C923 is a little more heavier with proof.
Let's go a little further back in time here,
This
Johnny.
guy's trying to kill me.
Yeah, we're going a little further back. We're going Marty McFly
Gonna get
on
back
this.
in
right?
time.
Yeah, we're doing some. Let's
We're
let
gonna
me
get
finish.
back in time.
I gotta finish this first, though. Cheers.
Oh, we're cheering. That's
Yeah.
what we're doing? Oh, I thought maybe we were gonna because we
No,
had
I
12
got
million
so
glasses
many
here.
dishes here. It's a little left on there. It's all right.
Gotta get back in time.
Remember, we have our notes for it. It's not like we need to go back to it. It's fine. All right.
So this is the C922
Yeah. Tutu.
C3PO.
Yeah.
Wow, you like that one?
I guess so. I try not to open 8 million barrel proof bottles, you know, just so it's
What's the proof on this one?
124.8 proof.
All right, so we got 129, 124.
Yes. And this was before they started putting out these age statements, it looks like, too. Like this would have been a 12-year then. Yes, this is 12-year, not Joe filtered 12-year. So
Nacho filtered?
not Joe filtered. They put the cheese and chips and all that stuff in a vat, and then I'm joking, people. Nose on this, man.
All right, so this is different. This is way different.
Yeah. In the end, we're gonna say which one we like the best, I think.
Okay.
And we're doing just C's tonight, people.
See.
See,
It's not as strong.
it's not in
know
your
what I'm getting
face.
there.
It's not as in your face. Yeah,
I'm still getting vanilla.
yeah. Not as much butterscotch.
No.
More like a
It's more sweeter than spicy to me.
yeah. Cream soda.
Ooh, okay. Yes, 100%. Little root beer.
Yeah, something in there. Yeah, little root beer, little brown sugar, maybe brown sugar. I think brown sugar.
I mean, it's got your classic bourbon scent. It's not as spice forward as the first one.
A little bit of that oak.
Definitely oak.
All right, let's try this.
I still smell a little bit of cinnamon. Maybe.
We're working our way from the latest to the oldest to the 923, and let's see what happens. Oaky. More
Very
oaky.
oaky.
Yeah.
I got rye in there.
Okay. I'm getting spice, so
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't know if that's exactly if it's the rye or whatever.
This is apples and oranges to me. This is not even close to the other one.
Yeah, I mean it's a lower proof, so we're it's not going to be. I'm not getting the Kentucky hug on this one though, man.
No, not at all.
Yeah, I'm feeling it more up here, not down here.
I'm not getting that peppery, spicy at the end there. I'm getting that sweet note, that good note,
Mm-hmm.
and it's lingering in a good spot.
Mm-hmm.
I like this one. I do get that little touch of cinnamon. I taste
Okay.
the oak. It tastes good on the back of the tongue, man. There's something on the back of the tongue that just sits with you that tastes really good.
I feel it. It's burning on the back of the tongue now.
Ooh, I like it. Like leather.
Mm-hmm.
Can I compare and contrast?
Yeah,
I like the C922.
better than
I do.
2.4. Okay,
I do.
I'm leaning towards a 2.4 because I just gleeked. I was
Gleeked. Wow, that's a 90s term right there.
I was able to identify more of the flavors on it. I thought I liked more of the Kentucky hug than the throat burn. So personally, dude, my tongue is burning right now.
Yeah, I like the lingering on the tongue. I like the
Yeah.
way the tongue feels after this than the other.
Some people like the tongue, and some people like the chest.
Yeah, I'm a tongue guy.
He's a tongue guy. There's something else here. I don't know what it is.
I'm telling you, it's got that tobacco like leather taste to it. Like like I put my wallet in my mouth.
All right. Is that a good thing?
No, it is. I love it because I'm an ex-smoker and I just love tobacco. Oh, that was good.
Yeah.
Oh, and then when I put that water in my mouth and I lick my lips, yeah. No, I taste it.
All right. So here's the thing, and this is the problem nowadays. Everyone wants to live up to the C923.
But now we're getting crazy because now we're getting a higher proof.
Yeah. Yeah.
What was that sound? You hear that?
No, I didn't fart.
That was a weird sound.
Yeah. No. But yeah, C923. This was a big boy. A lot of people were very bitter when they said that when Elijah Craig announced that they weren't going to no longer do this consistent 12-year age statement. They're like, oh, this is BS. I want my
MTV.
I want my 12-year, because everyone automatically thought that it was all going to be like 10-year this, 11-year this, et cetera, et cetera. But then they threw a curveball. And they came out with C923, and this is one that, like, even now, till this day, secondary market, it's $150. Yeah. It's up there. It's definitely one that people are still looking for. It's got a 13-year, 7-month. That's what it was.
Yeah.
13-year, 7-month age statement. 133.
133, right? That sticks in my head from when we went there.
133 proof. Thankfully, I was able to grab about 8 bottles. No.
What?
A few of these.
I remember sitting there after the tasting in the distillery, and Ken's like, "They have a couple for us," and I was like, "Yeah, but I don't want it." And he's like, "No, buy it." I'm like, "But I don't want it." He's like, "No, buy it."
Yeah, and
I'm
I actually told John, buy it and give it to me, and I'll buy it from you.
Hell no.
Yeah,
and
then his eyes he opened wider when he tried it when I was like, yeah, dude. This
well,
is
you
what
opened
want.
it while we were there, right? You opened yours.
No, we had it in the tasting.
Yeah.
And then I got a bottle. John got a bottle. We were with our buddies, and I said, dude, we're doing.
You opened it.
Yeah, I opened it.
We almost finished the bottle then.
We finished the bottle.
Oh, we did finish the bottle.
Yes.
133 proof.
Yeah, we've not the first night, but we finished it throughout the time we were out in Kentucky. And we also had some awesome old fashions while we were out there. Those s'mores old fashions.
Heaven Hill Distillery, man.
Yeah.
Cool bar.
Yeah.
Cool people working there.
Yes, and we had some good ones too at what do you call it? Went to a couple of distillers. Now I got a brain fart. Forget it.
Yep, forget it.
Bullet.
Oh,
It was
yeah,
Bullet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Heaven Hill was cool because we did the tour. It was just me, Ken, and another gentleman.
He
Who drove from Texas. He knew.
He's like, there's no old Fitzgerald for sale.
Yeah. He knew more than the lady actually doing the tasting.
We all knew more than the lady doing the tasting. But that's all right.
But she said when we were doing the tasting, this is not for sale. This is not something you can find. It's hard to find, blah, blah, blah. And then Ken was like, you really don't have any? And she's like, well, let me check. Yeah. And she just so happened to have 2.
Yeah. They knew about the Speakeasy podcast. They knew what was going on. Yeah. C923 right there, guys. Let's do
922, 923.
924, which is our featured one for this episode, is our 924.
Now, I smell the proof more on this. I smell it. Oh, you like it?
Dude. I'm getting more heat on the nose.
Yes.
More of the ethanol. It's a boozier one. I'm getting some nice spice to it. I'm getting almost like marshmallowy.
I'm getting like plum and nectarines. Like,
Yeah.
I'm getting like a citrusy.
Oh, a little citrus. I can get
Right?
that citrus.
You get that citrus?
Yeah, I can get that citrus. Yeah. Good stuff.
Little nectarine, little clementine.
Clementine. My sweet clementine.
My sweet clementine. This is always going to be a favorite.
Oh, yeah. It's good. It's great. It's good.
It's definitely the booziest of the 3.
It is. It is. It is. You know what, though? I'm sorry, but I'm not going to blow this one up as much as I would like to because as far as like flavor profiling and everything goes, I thought the C924 had a lot going on there. And I'm not saying the C923 doesn't, but I think that it's not too far off. I kind of like what's going on with this.
They're
the C924.
They're very similar.
Yeah.
I taste the pepper on the back end.
Yeah.
I'm still getting the spice.
Yeah.
I'm getting more citrus on the 923 though, which I really like. I'm getting almost even like a berry.
Here's the thing about the C923, and I've said it in the past when we've done it on our podcast. Here's the thing with it. C923 is more viscous. It's got that a little bit deeper, darker color. It lingers. It hangs out with you. It's like, hey, what's up? I'm just going to chill here for a little while, you know? And that's what I'm getting from that. And that's what I like about it. It's like, sometimes you have a bourbon or you have any kind of whiskey for that matter, and you're like, oh, this is great. And then it just goes, bye-bye, within like 2 seconds.
Bye-bye.
Yeah. This hangs, man.
Yeah, this hangs.
I like that.
It definitely hangs.
It's good stuff.
So I actually had some family over a couple weeks ago, and my brother-in-law's trying to get into bourbon a little bit, whiskey.
Which one?
My wife's brother, Frank.
Oh.
And his wife. So I whipped it out. I didn't whip it out. I brought out the Elijah Craig, the 923.
All right.
And he took it, and he was like, whoa, what do you do? How do you drink this? And that's my brother-in-law, who's he's a drinker. He likes his stuff. Yeah. And he was like, what are you doing to me? What is that? And I was like, dude, you just got to you got to not force yourself to like it. You need to.
There's training involved. You can't just have it.
There's training involved, but you need to sit back and enjoy it and pick apart the flavor and pick apart what you just drank.
Yeah. Yeah.
If I had to go in order, I would go the 2.2, the 2.3, the 2.4.
Okay.
I really like the 2.2.
That's your favorite.
It is. I really enjoyed that.
I'm gonna go.
And that's the first time I'm having it.
I'm going in a different order. I'm going 2.3, 2.4, 2.2.
Okay.
And not to say I didn't like the 2.2, but that's the order. 2.3, 2.2.
I enjoyed the 2.2.
I mean 2.3, 2.3, 2.4, 2.2.
You know what? I've had the 2.3 now for so often. I'm used to it.
Yeah.
The 2.2 was a different flavor than these two. These two are similar. That one stood out a little bit more.
I might
to
have
me.
to finish this one today too, or not.
Try to take advantage of it.
Again. But this was good. Good stuff. I'm happy to get a couple of Elijah Craigs on here, and we're still standing.
Elijah Craig, Heaven Hill Distillery.
Yeah, good stuff. Awesome stuff.
Cheers. Anyway.
In other
news, let's get back onto the banter now a little bit. We got a little bit to talk about.
Yeah.
First, I want to start off by saying, hold on. Me. Happy birthday to you.
Who, me?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Ken.
You missed
Happy
it.
birthday to you.
You missed it.
Yeah, we're a couple weeks late, but
Yeah,
I'm still singing it to you anyway. That's what happens when we pre-record.
A couple weeks. It is a couple weeks late.
Ken celebrated
And
his...
when this airs, it's going to be like even more.
When this airs, it'll only be 10 days.
Yeah.
10 days. No, 13 days. Ken recently had a birthday.
And I look great for 44 people.
You really do.
I look amazing.
What are you, is that just for men? What are you doing over there?
I know.
No, seriously.
My
Ken just
pubes are
recently
still
said
dark.
a birthday. Happy birthday, bud.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate it.
What did you do for your birthday? Anything good? Go out to eat? Go see anything?
All
Got
right.
any
When
good
this
gifts?
airs, when this airs, because we're a little
Well,
early.
right now it's a Friday night.
Yes, tomorrow, which is going to be a Saturday, and it'll be done by then. But yes. Oh, I had an amazing time in New York City.
Hey, I'm sure you did.
We all went. It was my son. I'm a big city guy. John hates New York City. I love New York City.
New York City can.
And my son has never been, and it was a great. It was. I'm speaking in the future tense, past tense, whatever you want to call it.
Well, he's going tomorrow.
Yes, we're going to see Back to the Future. I'm going back in time.
Bum, 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 bum. I would 100% go to the city to see Back to the Future. I'm
Yeah,
dying
the
to see
musical. So I guess is there singing? I guess they're singing if it's a
it.
musical.
Yeah, it's a musical. Yeah.
Yes. What do they sing?
I want to get back in time.
I ever tell you the story about Back to the Future? Interesting thing about Back to the Future.
I think we had an whole episode. We had a whole episode on Back to the Future, right?
Probably.
Yeah, I think we did.
And I may have mentioned it, but I don't remember things when I've had a couple. So, I went to school at Fairleigh Dickinson University in here in New Jersey. It burped, sorry. And I used to go to the gym there. Believe it or not, I used to go to the gym.
Not the Jim Beam.
No, it wasn't Jim Beam. I used to go to the gym. We had our school gym. I used to play a lot of racquetball there, all that fun stuff too, as well. That's back when I was in better shape. And there was always these two old guys that came to the gym. When I may say old, I mean like 80s, maybe. I don't know what they were, but they were older. You know, I mean that's old at this. Maybe
Yeah, 80's pretty old.
in 20 years, maybe that's not old. I don't know. They were up there. I was doing using a machine or doing something not too far, and I was listening to these guys talk, and you hear they speak loud. They're old, so I'm listening to the conversation or whatever, and they didn't know each other, but I guess they kind of saw each other at the gym once in a while here and there. So they sparked the conversation. And the one guy goes, "Oh, my name is," like, say it's Frank. "My name is Frank." And the other guy goes, now I'm going to mess this up because I can't remember if that's his real first name.
Well, you hit 44 and you're Alzheimer's.
Yeah, I know.
Wow.
Anyways, he said his name, and his last name was DeLorean.
Oh, nice.
And the other old guy goes, "I thought that was you." And now I'm intrigued.
Yeah.
Now I'm intrigued. Because if you ever watch Back to the Future, the car in Back to the Future is a DeLorean. Yes.
Oh, was he the original?
He's the guy who created the car.
Get out of here.
Yes.
That's awesome. No, I don't
Yes.
think you've ever said that story.
Oh, no?
No. I feel like this is the first I'm hearing of that.
Yeah. I used to see this guy at the gym all the freaking time.
Sweet.
And
He's probably
I
dead.
want to say Jim DeLorean. What the hell is his name, man? Now I'm throwing it off.
Doc Brown.
Doc Brown. DeLorean maker.
Very cool.
Oh, John DeLorean. There we go. It's good that I didn't say it. John, I should have known it's your name. But yeah, John DeLorean. And he was a member at the gym at my school. It was probably a good rate. He probably lived in the area or something along those
Professor?
sorts.
Maybe he was Professor John DeLorean.
No, he wasn't a professor. But yeah, that was him right there. Much older. I'm showing John a picture right now from Wikipedia. And, but yes.
Sweet.
He had those eyebrows, very distinctive eyebrows.
Yeah.
And I remember being like, "Oh shit, fucking DeLorean
Hell
right
yeah.
here, bro!"
Hell
And
yeah.
I'm like, I immediately, I went home. We didn't have our phones running.
Yeah, I say back then you couldn't take a selfie with the
Yeah,
guy.
I know. And I was like, dude, that's pretty cool, man. There's controversy with John DeLorean with like, I don't know, something about racketeering, or I don't know what it was, money laundering or something along those lines.
John Gotti or John DeLorean? What are we talking about?
No, he got in trouble, man. He got in trouble. Yeah. That's why, it never really blew up the way it probably should have.
Yeah,
but,
well, you don't see DeLoreans. I mean, they're not really a thing.
Yeah.
I mean, they're a thing, but there's maybe a small.
So
cool.
I still remember that, and I was like, this is cool. I just saw John DeLorean working on a machine right next to me. Back to the Future. Hells yeah, man.
I remember seeing Back to the Future when I was what, 8 years old. Like I remember going to the movies. Like I was dropped off in Long Island for like a weekend because I got so much family. And my cousin's like, "There's a new movie coming out, like Back to the Future. Anybody want to go?" And me and all my cousins were like, "All right."
Yeah. Was it Robert Zemeckis? I think it was Zemeckis.
Yeah, Robert Zemeckis. Yeah. And I just remember sitting in the front row of a movie theater watching Back to the Future.
I know.
That's awesome.
And you know, the interesting thing about it is that Michael J. Fox was doing Family Ties at the time. You know what I mean? He was doing his thing, and it was
not supposed to be him.
Yes, it was supposed to be, what's his name?
Eric Stoltz.
Yes, who was in
Mask.
The one with Cher. Yeah.
Mask.
Oh, that's it. Okay.
Yeah, he was Rocky Dennis.
Yes, Rocky Dennis.
Or the redhead from he was in a lot of stuff.
So they always wanted Michael J. Fox. They always wanted him. But there was too much. He was dedicated and committed to Family Ties. And they said, you know what? We can't get him. And you know what's his name? Stoltz? He kind of looks like him.
Yeah, dude, he did like half the movie. Right?
Yes.
They did a lot of the movie.
It's funny if you look it up because they have clips of him doing the role of
Marty McFly.
And what happened was they recorded whatever amount, and whoever was, I forget who it was, that was for Michael J. Fox, said, we need Michael J. Fox. Yeah. And eventually they said, we're going to scrap this. Michael J. Fox became available. And they said, we're working with you. This is what we're going to do.
And that's one of those things where you can't imagine it being anybody else,
I know.
Right?
It wouldn't have been the same.
No.
It wouldn't have been the same. Michael J. Fox is the man.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's a shame to see what he's going through right now, but you know what? He did such an amazing job.
But he's living life, even the way he is.
Still an amazing
life.
What I like about Michael J. Fox is he laughs at life once in a while. And I like that about people sometimes, where he's like, I fell and I broke 12 bones or whatever it was. Because now he falls a lot because he gets the shakes from the Parkinson's and all that stuff.
Bad Parkinson's.
Yeah, very bad Parkinson's. And he's just like, well, I broke another bone. You know, he's he's positive about it, and he's doing a lot for the cause, you know. Good man, great stuff. How did we end up with this topic?
Because you're going to see it tomorrow. You're going to see the musical.
Oh, that's what
you're going
to
see Marty McFly, Johnny Be Good.
We start talking about my birthday. You had to bring that into it.
But who knows what else they're going to sing? I mean, let me know how it is because I'm dying to see that show.
Yeah, it's going to be good. It's going to be.
I'm not a huge Broadway show guy. Are you a big Broadway?
I like it.
Yeah,
I like it. I enjoy the experience. I like it. We're going to go out to eat, or we went out to eat. Now we're talking future past tense.
I mean, whatever. You're going tomorrow. It's a Friday night.
Yeah,
this is coming out Tuesday.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to the experience. We're going to hopefully go to FAO Schwartz.
Do they still have the big?
I don't know. I've never been.
Can you play chopsticks?
Have you been?
No, never.
I never.
I didn't even think it still existed.
Apparently, it was like gonna disappear, and then it's still there. I don't know what the deal is.
Where are you going to dinner? You have dinner reservations?
A Blue Dog, I think is the name of the place. It's a good. We were trying to find something more family oriented.
Oh, you're bringing your son.
Yeah. And then we're gonna do, I think, a Nintendo store, and we're gonna do.
Cool, man.
There was a couple things we had planned.
Taking the train in?
Yeah, I think so. Because,
Good
dude,
idea.
I did the timing. To take your car, and it's going to be double the price.
Oh, hell yeah.
It's longer than the train to get there and all that stuff. So I think, and that'd be my son's first train experience to the city, too, which would be cool.
Cool. Yeah.
But back,
I'm fortunate because I'm up the block. I can hop on the bus, Port Authority.
I know you got
Broadway,
to. Yeah, you're a lot closer than I am.
Yeah.
It's over an hour for us to get there, regardless if we're driving or taking the train.
Train's the best way to go.
But yeah, man, reminiscing, talking about the 80s, the 90s, all this stuff. What is going on? I see Menendez brothers are back in the news here lately, huh?
So I know you're, before we start talking about that, I'm going to actually bring in, I know you were reluctant to do this today. I'm going to do it because I'm thirsty.
I am reluctant because I'm going to the city tomorrow, and I said, John, I can't have too much, maybe not too much beer. Maybe we'll cut out beer these episodes, but we're going to do beer anyways.
Yeah, just for this one. I have a Festbier. It's October. It's your birthday. How can we not do a beer?
I know.
I went to Drownlands a few weeks ago, and I picked this up. It's a Festbier, Foeder aged Festbier. It's only 5%.
Yeah.
Drownlands we love,
Yeah, we do love Drownlands.
and I want to do this.
Did
for
you
your
give me a
birthday.
cake too, or no?
I did, but I ate it on the way here. I can't lie to you.
I like busting
I ate
John's
it on
balls.
the way here. It was a chocolate cake. I know you love chocolate.
We did cakes last year. It was nice.
2 years ago. Last year you wouldn't let me do a cake.
Oh, all right.
This is how long we've been doing it now.
Jeez, we're about to hit.
We're about like 3 years in, dude. I don't know.
What did we start in 2021? Yeah, 3 years.
December of 2021.
We'll be starting season 4 soon.
Yeah.
Very soon.
We've been doing this way too long.
We've been doing this to the ones.
So start fucking watching, please. We've been doing this way too long. So this is called Winnow. It's from Drownlands. We love Drownlands.
Winnebago.
A few months ago, or a couple months ago, we went to the festival there.
Yeah.
It's their October fallish fest beer.
It smells fall-y. What am I
And,
getting?
It's a cool can. It was a good beer.
Baked bread. Something there, man.
I don't care what the notes are. It just tastes good.
I'm getting like a smell it, bro. Come on, do it with me, bro. Hang out, chill. I'm getting baked
Right.
bread.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, like some like nice fresh baked bread, honey. Maybe I don't know. On the nose,
Sourdough.
we do beer like we do bourbon. We're probably dissecting this way too much, but
But you know what? It's a fest beer. It's a good beer. It's a good October beer. Good October fest beer. We didn't wear our hats and our shirts this year for any episodes.
Shoot.
Yep, we forgot.
I have mine hanging over there.
So we're doing this beer today.
Yeah, it's all right.
Cheers.
Cheers. I still have the Thanksgiving turkeys if we want to use that in the
Go,
future.
go, go.
Did you leave yours here or you took it home?
You have it.
Do I?
Left it here. Yeah.
I thought you said I want to take it home because I want to show my family or something.
No. You should have it. I have my Santa beard,
Oh, maybe that's what it was.
but you should have the turkey.
I'll check.
And it's almost Halloween, so
Yeah. Next episode, we might do a little Halloween-y.
a little Halloweeny.
Yeah.
What do you think? I like it.
I'm
But
sorry.
you know what?
I totally interrupted ourselves with this beer right now.
I taste the bread. Like how you said it smells. I taste baked bread.
Mm-hmm. I like this. Actually, I like it a lot.
It's good, man.
And here's the thing. John said, I said to John specifically before recording, I said, John, I got a big day tomorrow. The beers have been making me really bloated lately, and I don't want to be all farty and gassy tomorrow in New York City. I
Understood.
said, maybe we should stay away from the beers and just do bourbon. He's like, but I got this Drownlands. And I'm like, all right. Maybe just a couple sips of it. Now I want to drink the whole freaking thing. Thanks, John, for that. Thanks, bro. Thanks.
You're welcome. And I'm gonna switch things up a bit because we're running a little heavy right now.
Yeah. And what do we start talking about?
Well,
Yeah.
we wanted to talk about a couple things, but you
Yeah.
know what? We're not going to talk about that anymore because
Oh, no. But we will talk about it, I think. We'll get it in.
another episode.
No.
Another episode.
We'll get it in. We'll get it in.
It's Yankee playoff baseball, baby. We are game 4.
And do you know why I said we'll get it in? Because I know nothing about baseball. Yeah.
Yankees are currently playing. I know this is coming out on Tuesday. We're currently filming on Friday.
Yep.
Yankees are up 2-1 on the ALCS against the Guardians.
Is it going to be a Subway Series? That's all I want to know.
It is not. The Dodgers are going to beat the Mets. Currently, the Mets are up by like a run or two.
I was watching some of the Mets game the other
Dodgers
day.
are going to wind up winning. I'm sorry. MLB wants Aaron Judge versus Shohei Ohtani. That's what MLB wants. That's what MLB's going to get.
Okay. And Shohei Ohtani's on the...
Dodgers.
Okay, so it makes sense.
One of the best players in the world.
He's the pitcher?
He does. Well, he's a pitcher and a batter.
His pitching didn't look that good the other day.
Well, no, because he hasn't pitched this whole year.
That was him then.
No, it wasn't him.
Sorry. Not racist or anything.
Yeah, no, it's hard to talk baseball.
Who was
with somebody
pitching?
who doesn't know Shohei Ohtani.
Who was pitching? There was an Asian guy pitching.
For who?
I don't know.
For the Mets?
Maybe.
It was a Kodai Senga.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Riri. He shit the bed. Yeah, he didn't do so.
That's the guy then.
Yeah.
I thought that was...
No. Yeah.
Sorry. I know nothing about baseball.
And so the Dodgers have Shohei Ohtani. He signed over. He was on the Angels, became a free agent. And the Dodgers kind of, I'm going to call this cheating.
All right.
They cheated.
Okay.
So they gave this guy like $600 million.
All right.
But they're giving him like $10 million a year for the next like 50 years.
Oh.
as opposed to like a small
A lump sum.
10-year, 10-year contract. So.
Yeah. Well, it'd be good
Well, anyway,
for whatever amount of years. 10 million.
You're not a baseball fan. It's not worth to talk about now because it's
10 million a year. This is horrible. This is horrible news.
Yeah,
horrible.
For the next like 20,
what am I going to do?
30 years.
That's the guy who his agent or something like gambled his money away or something like that.
Yes, that's him. Yes, that's him. But he blamed his interpreter for it. So his interpreter is now sitting in jail while he's playing baseball here in October. So I don't want to get into too much Yankees, but we are up 2-1 against the Guardians. The game's about to start in 1 hour.
The Guardians were the Indians?
They were the Indians. Yeah, they can't be the Indians anymore. It's not right.
It's funny, though, because when you see it, all the players are wearing Guardians uniforms, but all the people in the crowd are Indians. And
The team also says Cleveland.
All right.
They don't even say Guardians because it's stupid.
But when I look at the crowd, because I saw something before on the news, they were talking sports, and I saw everyone at Indians. So
Ricky Vaughn. Remember Rick Vaughn?
no.
You don't remember Rick Vaughn?
No. Who's that?
Major League back in the day, the movie?
I know Vince Vaughn.
You know Vince Vaughn.
I want Bad Monkey. Good show.
Yeah, excellent show.
Yeah.
All right, well, we're going to move on. So I'm going to put this on for good luck because the Yanks are about to come on.
He's going to take it off because Ken knows shit about baseball.
No shit. Yeah, this segment went downhill. So we'll get back to what
we try, people. We try, and I'm sorry, John.
That's okay.
I know you want to talk about it, but if it's fantasy football, things like that, which my fantasy football team is doing
Don't
shitty.
even talk about fantasy football because you're not good this year.
No, it's not. No bueno.
So what's our other topic?
We were talking about the Menendez brothers. We brought it up. It's been a lot on the news. We're talking. I think that's going to be our topic for the rest of this episode.
We're going to end it with the Menendez brothers.
Yeah, the Menendez brothers. Basically, there's a lot going on now. It's interesting though when you see things from the '90s, the '80s. Are what we have as far as our resources go. Everything goes, and how we view things, how we look at things. DNA testing, things like that. Not necessarily that was the case with the Menendez. They killed their freaking parents. But things are different now. It's different now from the 80s and 90s in how things were and what kind of technology we have nowadays.
But now they're claiming it was self-defense. Like, not even self-defense, but they're claiming that they were molested growing up.
Yes.
You know, the father did real bad things to them.
I think he was a bad man.
And they had it up to here, and they had to just end it.
All right. I think he was a bad man. I think the father, and then what's his
agree.
name from like Menudo or one of those bands or some shit like that? I don't know what it was. There was a guy who actually came out and said, because the father was like some kind of music producer or something along those lines or whatever, and he had done things to other children.
Right.
And so a lot has coming out there. The family of the Menendezes are very supportive of them, and they want them out.
Yeah,
yes,
of them.
They want them out, all considering.
They're currently in jail until the day they die.
Yeah.
They killed their husband. They killed their father. They killed their mother. They killed their. I believe at the time, I don't remember the date, but they were college guys.
Yeah.
And it just came to the point where they had enough.
Yeah.
The father would abuse them sexually, take showers with them, put stuff in them that they didn't want to be put in.
Yeah.
And eventually they had it. They were done with it. They took him out. It was done.
Right.
Most people say it was for the money.
Yeah.
They wanted the money. They came from
They
rich family.
And that's the thing. There's a lot of curveballs in this because they were snooty, rich, preppy kids that, they got what they wanted in life probably as far as financially goes. But there's other ways to look at it. These kids, if they were molested, they were abused. If they were abused, it's another way to view it and say, hey, what led them to this? If they weren't abused, would they have murdered their parents? Would they have done this? Would they have done that? Another thing to say is John mentioned they were college kids.
Yeah.
You're in college. You can make decisions. You can leave home. You can run away. You can do whatever. But were they so mentally abused and physically abused where they felt that they could never escape it?
Well, I think most of the abuse came from when they were younger.
Yeah.
And it was just a lot of built up anger inside.
Yes. They hate
the father wasn't supportive of anything they did.
Yeah.
He was just he was not a nice person.
Yes, and they well, if they
There's a lot
murdered
of
the,
hatred. There was a
why
lot
did
of
they
hatred.
murder the mom too? Was she like part of
I
like
think she was just there, and they're like, fuck it, take her out.
really?
No, I don't know.
Maybe she knew of what was going on, and that can hurt them too.
Yeah.
And you got to view things too, though, in a different light too, as well. Is that was the mother abused? Was she dealing with this as well? Was it right for them to kill their mom and their dad? Apparently, there's a documentary on Netflix. There's a show on Netflix that
So there's a documentary on Netflix. There's a show on Netflix.
Yeah.
There's a documentary on Hulu. Everybody, this has come out. Like even like, all right, I don't want to bring her into this because even Kim Kardashian, right? So Kim
Yeah.
Kardashian, she might be a laughing stock, but the Kardashians, blah 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 blah.
yeah, blah blah
But
blah.
she is an advocate for people who were wrongly accused.
Yeah,
And she even came out and said, these guys should not be in jail anymore. Like, we need to figure this out.
yeah,
They were protecting themselves from this monster.
yeah.
They served their time.
Were they still protecting themselves? Were they? They were college kids, man. They're grown ass men at this point. You know.
We've never been in that situation.
I know. Do you? There's certain things you can take in and say, okay, I can account for. I can feel what they're saying with this. This is a monster. He deserves to die. It's probably something that's been on the back of their mind for the longest time. You know. And they took action. And they did it. And they murdered. And they killed their father and they killed their mother. They did not denied it, right? I mean,
No. They owned up to it.
okay, but when you watch it, is it a little kind of theatrical or no? I mean,
Yeah. So that's the whole thing. Yeah. Certain people believe that it was theatrics. It wasn't genuine.
yeah,
Why didn't you do it sooner?
Yeah.
Why didn't you go to the police? Why didn't you go to this one? Why didn't you go to that one? But there's so much stuff where even like
Yeah.
the uncle saw the father physically abuse them
yeah,
and say, hey, I'm not going to be a part of this. I'm not talking to you no more because
yeah.
the shit you do is crazy.
I know. All right.
There's only so much people can take.
Does the father?
But-
I hate to put it out there, but the father deserves to be fucking where he is right now. I mean, he's an asshole.
Okay.
He touched little kids. You doing your thing. You're an asshole. You belong 6 feet under, man. I'm sorry,
But with that said, the time that they spent in prison,
yeah.
is that enough punishment for them? Like, are they going to come? Basically, you have to look at, are they going to come out and be okay members of society?
Yeah.
Or are they going to be, not good members?
And that's the interesting thing, John. It's funny that you bring this up. Okay, you get and I just saw this recently too. Some guy got arrested because he caught, or he didn't catch. He went after the guy who was doing stuff with like his 12-year-old daughter or something like that. He killed the guy. He killed him. Is this guy a murderer? Is he going to go out and murder people because he murdered a guy that was sexually assaulting his daughter? Is he a threat
A threat to
to
society.
society? Is he? And many people will say this. And it's funny when you see these, not funny, but when you see these comments and people are like, he is a hero, let him go. He is, and that's the problem. It's that certain societies, you call it primitive, you call it whatever you want. If you go to Bible days, they would stone someone. They would do something of that sort, The
punishment should match the crime.
Yes. So, if it was one of our children, mine, yours, anyone's, and you saw someone doing something, and everyone has a switch in their head, everyone has something there that you say, I don't care anymore. If you touch my child, I'm going to kill you.
100%.
I know. And that's what throws the wrench in things here. There's judicial system, there's law, there's all this stuff. And you had a man And it's even worse. I think it's even worse when it's a parent. Because
You're defending your child.
this, as a parent, you're someone that is trusted. You're someone that you look, as a child, look for as safety. You look for as a role model. You look for as in everything. And if they do something like that.
They say most molestations, most sexual abuse come from a family member.
Yeah.
That's the stat.
Yeah. Yeah.
That person should be burned at the stake. Why even put them in jail anymore?
Yeah.
Just get rid of them.
Yeah.
Why waste our taxes on those
I know.
types of people? Just get rid of them.
I know.
But if somebody came and did something to my child, if you came and molested my child and I came at you and did something to you, no. Maybe I should get a slap on the wrist. You shouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
But no. Any person's going to defend their family. They're going to defend their children.
Exactly. Now, if say you killed someone, John, because someone did something.
If somebody cut me off on the road and I choked them out or I shot them or I beat them with a bat because they cut me off while I was driving on Route 202.
Yeah.
Right. I'm going to jail.
But my point is this, John. My point is this. Someone was doing something that was horrific. You kill them. And am I going to say, as someone who's in the government or whatever it is, he's a threat to society? No. No. He was never a threat. Someone did something horrific.
Something sparked that.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. So back to the Menendez guys, is maybe there's a part of them that said that was a little kid back then. That was a child back then. This guy was working with musicians, things of that sort, all that stuff, and he maybe in the future would work with more musicians that were young, underage, et cetera, et cetera. Did they feel there was a need? I don't know too much on a mom. I don't know how much she knew. I don't know what's going on with that. Was she abused herself? I'm not sure.
Watching documentaries, yeah, she's not mentioned much.
Yes. So we haven't watched the documentaries or the stories.
I watched the documentary. I didn't watch the show.
Oh, okay. That's what it was.
But she was never really mentioned much.
Okay. So did she deserve to go too? So anything, my point is this. If they should be accountable to anything, it should be to the mom.
Right, because I guess it's almost like you never protected me. You never stood up for me.
Yeah.
You're just as bad because you didn't defend me.
But here's the thing, John. She might have just been one of them. She was abused herself.
Yeah.
I don't know. We have to watch it.
Maybe
we should have filmed this differently, and where we watched it first.
But I did watch the documentary. I
Okay.
did watch it. I did, yeah.
And to kill the mom too, I don't know. Maybe because it's like, you should have been there for me. You were our parent too, and you messed up too.
Or maybe it was mom and dad had money. We're gonna take them out. We have the perfect excuse to do it.
There's too much there, man. I know, and that's the thing. A lot of people look at it is two rich, preppy, freaking kids that had everything, and
back in the 90s they were monsters, right?
Yeah.
People now, because of TikTok, because of the internet. People are internet sleuths, right? Everybody's a private eye now.
Yeah.
Now all of a sudden they were defending themselves.
Yeah.
You don't really know.
I know. But
There's no right or wrong. There's no right or wrong.
The good thing is, out of all this, in general, we're more open-minded now, I think, with things. We look at things. We're a little bit more emotionally intelligent when it comes to certain things. And we can look at it from different perspectives.
And that's the thing with social media. Social media can be positive. It could be negative.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. I mean, they're saying they may bring this case up again. Yeah. These guys may walk free one day. Did they already pay their price for what they did?
But back to what I was saying, John, is if they walk free, am I concerned that they're going to kill someone else?
100% not. No. In my opinion, no.
No. I don't think so.
That was a specific situation to a specific person.
Yeah. And they've been in jail for, was that that was 89 maybe? I don't know what it was.
Yeah. It's been 30 years? Yeah.
30-something years. I think at this point, if what they say is true about their abuse, et cetera, I'm no judge, I'm no whatever. I'm not necessarily going to say, Like, I'm not concerned. Let's put it this way. Like John just said, I'm not concerned with them getting out in the open and going out and doing harm to someone else.
No, I don't believe so.
Watch it. They're going to get free and we're going to watch this.
They're gonna come here and slice our throat on camera. What'd you say about us?
I know.
No, I don't think they're harmed. I mean, they would have did it to all people.
Yeah.
It was just their parents. It was just they couldn't take it anymore.
And once again, I don't think it helped that there were like two rich kids that were, and obviously
That's the problem,
it was.
It looks like it was for the money.
And it was premeditated, obviously.
And the issue is when they were done with it, there was no remorse. They went on with their lives. They lived it up. They were spending their money.
I know. That doesn't help. But they were also stupid kids.
They were kids. Whether you're a college kid, a high school kid, whether you're 20, whether you're 13, you're still a kid.
Yeah. Anyways, our point is, whatever, tell us what you think. We're curious. We want to know. I mean, John and I have our opinions, but our opinions aren't the end of all. And, we kind of like to hear what you guys have to say about this, about the Menendez. A lot of people, like, who are in a younger generation, the
Menendez, brother.
They're like the guy from New Jersey that...
That's the thing right now with TikTok. Like, it's a big TikTok thing because
maybe they will know it then.
Younger people, 20 years, you just turned 40-something. I'm a lot younger than you. People who just are in their 20s with their TikToks are looking at the facts, and they're bringing it up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Guys, hats again.
ISAcaps.com.
ISAcaps.com.
Right here.
United States. You can get your Trump hats. You can get your... a lot of hats there.
There's a lot of hats there.
Speakeasy podcast hats are where it's at.
Yeah, that's where it's at.
Shout out to Dramlands Brewery. Awesome Festbier.
Heaven Hill Distilling, man. We missed that place. Elijah Craig.
22, 23, 24. Elijah Craig, Heaven Hill.
Yeah.
Good stuff, man. What an awesome comparison today.
I'm in heaven.
My blue heaven.
That's another one, too. Yep. Steve Martin. But yeah, awesome stuff. Good stuff.
Long episode. Good episode.
Fun times, guys. Yeah. Johnny.
Ken. You got nothing left.
Cheers.
Cheers, brother.
Cheers to you. All right.